Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11" big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Johnson in at the 4. And for Atlanta, Jeff Teague and Lou Williams, the backcourt. And holding down the middle, a tremendously hard-working and versatile big man out of the Dominican Republic, Al Horford. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Millsap in at the 4 slot.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Gay drives in. Shot denied. Now here is Horford. Williams passes to Teague. Hawks passing it around. And Kyle Korver gets the 3. Korver's got his first 3 points of the game.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And here's Lowry. This is to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lowry. No good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
Well, defense for the Hawks last season kind of night and day. They were 6th best in defensive efficiency, but really struggled defending the three-point line. Gave up way too many open looks out there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And for the Hawks, a little undersized, Clark, as you were talking about. That might explain why at times they struggle to clear the board, Steve.
But you like the mobility of their front court players, particularly Al Horford, who is so good, able to switch pick and rolls, guard perimeter players, still get back to rebound. And I think also the discipline he shows defensively. That was one of the strong suits of this team last year.
Shot, high post, and the basket good. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Williams gets a screen from Millsap. Williams with the ball, now guarded by DeRozan. T kicks to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. Williams has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Gay dishes to Lowry. Gay sets the pick for Lowry. Pass to Johnson. He kicks to DeRozan. With the fadeaway. And another basket for Toronto. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Teague. He feeds it to Williams. Back to Teague. The pass to Korver. With 1 on the clock. Gay with the block. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Raptors lead. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Here's Horford. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, Horford missed a big chunk of that 2011-12 season after he tore the pectoral muscle in his shoulder. But he bounced back last season, and he arguably had his best year of his NBA career.
And he makes the first. And going back to Al Horford, a career high, Clark, last season in minutes played.
Yeah, he averaged a double-double for the first time in his career, Kevin, so that injury didn't give the Hawks pause. They rode Horford more than ever, and he was up to the challenge.
No good on the second free throw.
You know, it wasn't a surprise that the Raptors struggled on the road. Most young teams do. They were 13-28 as the visiting team. They did end the year looking a lot more dangerous on the road than they started, though.
Augustine with it, now defended by Schroeder. Passes it to Augustine. Clock at 4. From deep. The long-distance three is buried. Augustine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, Clark, you were talking about the Raptors' struggles on the road. They didn't have the best road record at the end of the season, as you said, but, Steve, they did show some bite with their play.
You know, one of the interesting stats from the Raptors last year is they actually scored more points on the road than they did at home, and that rarely happens in the NBA. But I think the big thing with Toronto, their defense has to improve more than anything else.
The Hawks trail by 3. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, Rudy Gay and Kyle Lowry came into the league together as rookies with the Memphis Grizzlies and played 2.5 years together before Lowry was traded to Houston. Now they're reunited on the Raptors. Lowry said, having Rudy coming in, it's really my brother. We hang out together. We do everything pretty much together. He's also excited about what Rudy brings to the team, saying he can create his own shot, a high flyer. He's a big shot guy. He's going to be an all-star. And guys, with Lowry setting the table, he can help make that a reality.
That friendship's such a great foundation for their success. Thanks, Doris.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter.
And, you know, for Raptors coach Dwayne Casey from last season, he's wanted to improve the rim protection inside. Now with a little more size, you add Valanciunas, and hopefully the pieces are in place for Casey to build a winning team in Toronto.
5 to shoot, and Jenkins kicks to Horford. Fast break, Toronto. Ross passes to Augustine. Fields' shot is good.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
The Hawks trail by 3, and when you look at this Raptors team, they have size and athleticism, Steve, certainly capable of defending well.
Yeah, they do have the talent to be good defensively. Some length on the perimeter. I think Valanciunas is an interesting player with defensive capability. So this is a club that has the potential to be pretty good at that end of the floor.
The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Well, 72% as a team last year from the free throw line, so the struggles continue, guys.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Amir Johnson's checked in for Gray, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Landry Fields. Johnson against Brand. Here's Augustine. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see them double up here.
I agree, and they haven't been able to succeed with single coverage to this point.
Lou Williams is checked in for Toronto. Teague comes in for Schroeder. The Raptors shooting their first free throw this game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Teague. Outside Williams. Feeds to Millsap. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Millsap's got his first 2 points.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Millsap with the steal. Heaves it up. The shot misses. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Toronto ahead. They lead by a...
Now, presented by Sprint.
All right, I hope you're enjoying this Wednesday of NBA action. Now let's get to the halftime report. A tightly contested game for the Raptors up against the Atlanta Hawks. Through 2 quarters, their offense has been simply unstoppable.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
You know, despite a bit of an apathetic fan base, the Hawks always seem to be pretty good at home. Won 25 of 41 last year and had a 44-38 overall record.
Teague dishes to Millsap. The feed to Korver. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Here's Valanciunas. And no luck. Good work defensively by Horford. Nobody really seems to talk about it, Clark, but the Hawks have been absolutely dynamite here at home over the last half-decade. Steve, as a visitor, you know this. Very tough to get wins here.
That's why they call it the highlight factory, Kevin. I mean, this place can get rocking. And you think about some of the talent they've had here the last few years with Josh Smith, who's now in Detroit, but Al Horford, Jeff Teague. A lot of exciting players.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, even though there have been a lot of changes over the past few seasons in Atlanta, the team has rebounded despite the turnover in coaches and players. Al Horford said it came together quickly because of the GM, saying, quote, "We understood he was trying to do some things in a different way." Sounds like they have a good understanding of what they are trying to accomplish here, guys.
A lot of talent, Doris. They're keeping them all working together. DeRozan working against Williams. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Well, he's one of the most explosive finishers in the game, guys. 6'7", great leaping ability, and can really run the wing in transition.
Yeah, and a strong frame, too, Steve. He can throw it down with the best of them.
You know, this is a trend that's catching on more and more in the NBA, and now DeMar DeRozan can be added to the list. He dipped his hands in wax prior to the game, so he has a soft feel of the ball. The paraffin wax, we call it.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Horford kicks to Korver. He passes it to Millsap. There's the dish to Korver. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And for DeRozan, Coach Casey wants him aggressive, attacking the basket. He needs that soft touch.
Well, DeRozan, yeah, he has to become a better shooter. And as he does, it will make him that much more effective when he's putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rim, which he's already so good at.
Kicks it to Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly and get 2 possessions out of this.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Lowry gets a screen from Valanciunas. And Lowry gets it to go. And the Raptors lead by 5.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
Horford with the screen on DeRozan. Korver, he's covered by Gay. It's Williams with the drive and the block by Johnson. Here's DeRozan. Pass to Johnson. Horford with the block. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Raptors lead by 5. And when we And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. DeRozan with it. Lowry against Teague. And DeRozan. Here we go. Back to Lowry. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Gay. From downtown. And that one's good. Gay's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Toronto.
And Kevin, what I like about him is that he tends to get hot at the most opportune times. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a halftime or out of a timeout. He just has a knack for heating up in a hurry.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of a defender for some monster throwdowns. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters. That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And that's a foul. Call on John Jenkins. That's his first foul.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Here's Lowry. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Gay outside. Dishes it to Hansbrough. Fades away. No good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Jenkins the pass to Teague. He kicks it to Korver. Shoots. And he sinks that one hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now it's just a 4-point Raptor lead. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Lowry dishes to Gay. Pass to Valanciunas. He feeds it to DeRozan. Gay kicks to Lowry. Clock at 6. Back to Gay. That's short off the rim. Atlanta is shooting 41% for the game. Jenkins the pass to Teague. Doubled by Hansbrough. Millsap defended by Valanciunas. Millsap dishes to Teague. Here's Jenkins. No good on the triple.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Defended by Jenkins. DeRozan passes to Lowry. And here's Gay outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over-the-back call there.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Landry Fields comes in for Rudy Gay. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Now here is Augustine, defended by Schroeder. Now Augustine. So it's Toronto winning this one. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were